Get into bed with me and let's answer some top 3 burning questions that have landed in my inbox recently. This is where I am going to be answering some of my most top asked questions that have landed in my inbox in the past week. So let's start with question 1. How long do you normally spend writing your content? This stuff is honestly second nature to me. It's like my bread and butter. Ideas are always coming to me every moment of the day, whether I'm on a walk, at the beach, driving. I pretty much always have either a journal or my notes app on my phone open, ready to go to jot down ideas. I have so many ideas, in fact. I even have categorized a folder on my notes app, which I call content ideas. So I highly recommend this because what we want to do is start to program our mind to see how content ideas are all around us. It's not so much as like the system and the process of sitting down to writing our posts. It's about being inspired throughout our whole entire day, throughout so many moments of our life that are going to give us the most fruitful ideas. However, if you want the technical answer, this is my process that currently is working wonders for me. So thanks to all the systems and processes I've personally built myself from being a social media manager for almost 10 years. Yes, guys, 10 years. That's showing how old I actually am. I can sit down and write about 12 posts in probably an hour. Now, this is a skill that you'll become so much better at the faster you write your content. I'm always learning more skills when it comes to messaging, copywriting, how to create and write more engaging hooks, and so on. It's my jam. And so when it comes down to actually writing posts, what I suggest you do is start by jotting down your ideas throughout the weeks, as I just mentioned. And then designate a quiet, uninterrupted moment in your day. Also decide, when do you actually do your best work? For me, I love to write, particularly in the morning. I find my brain is fresh, I can focus, and I really do get my best writing at that moment of the day. So find when that works for you. Secondly, you don't want to sit down and be like, what should I write today? That's a waste of time, and that's also going to burn out your decision fatigue. So what you want to be doing instead is coming to that beautiful list of ideas that you've been accumulating over time. And then when it comes to your designated writing space, you already have a bit of a base, a bit of a structure on what you can actually work with. Now, the fun part is perfecting your copywriting. So I love to read other people's content. I love to read up on how to really articulate your message and really have fun with my writing. I'm constantly drafting and re-editing a lot of my own content purely for practice. I also find it quite fun and enjoyable. So you really want to fall in love with the process of creating your content and copywriting. It's an extension of you. It's an extension of your brain, of your thoughts, of your insights that you really want to share with the world. So to be technical, designate at least 1 hour a week. Even set a timer if you have to. And commit to writing at least 4 posts. Now, my system and strategies that I share with my clients means that they can do this like that. So if that's something you want to hear more of, DM me and I can definitely share some free resources with you that are going to help you master your copywriting. Question number 2 is, do you allocate a block of time each week and then schedule them? Okay, batching content is what you should be doing. I said should. I never, and I mean never, post content on the fly. I personally think it's a waste of time. And this is coming from a social media manager. I've been in this industry for almost 10 years. Your time can be used so much better on other tasking opposed to posting content. So what you want to do, the power of batching your content, is you are in your zone, you are in your locked in state of what you're doing. So as we're blocking out time once a week to write our copy, you also want to block out a time where you can schedule all of your content. Now, for me personally, this is a very low effort, low minimal energy tasking. So I like to do this at the end of my week, maybe a Sunday afternoon or even a Friday afternoon. I know it takes little to next to no brain power. All I'm doing is copying and pasting, scheduling my content, and ensuring I have a beautiful stream of content ready for my audience the week ahead. That way, when it comes to whatever time of the day I've chosen to schedule my posts, I'm not quickly rushing to get a post up in the moment because past me has already saved future me's back. This is a hack. That way, when my content does go live, I can focus on much more meaningful tasks at the time. Okay, question number 3. How far in advance should I start doing a content calendar? So a content calendar is perfect for people who are just starting out with being consistent posting to social media. So I recommend planning at least 1 month ahead. And I like to do a bit of a broad overlooking viewpoint of your content. I'm a very visual person, and I also love the strategy and the analytics, if you couldn't already tell. So essentially, we want to have a really balanced approach when it comes to your content. Now, what does this mean? We want to have what is called top of funnel, middle of funnel, and also bottom of funnel content. So each of these pillars of content is going to be speaking to different people at your audience levels. So somebody who is ready to buy, they're obsessed with your branding, maybe they've already been a current client, they are going to receive information so much more differently compared to somebody who's sitting at the top of funnel that barely knows a thing about you. And so what we want to do is be creating a balanced approach, meaning that we are speaking to each of the individuals at each of these 3 levels. Now, there's no specific formula that works the best. I like to work with my clients very individually to see what is going to work best for their branding. Okay, what does this mean? Maybe we are going to spend a lot of time at the top of funnel, perhaps when they've just started out a new brand or they're new to posting consistently to social media. People have no idea who they are. So we need to warm up their audience so they can actually start to know, like, and trust them. Opposed to somebody who maybe is similar to myself, they've been in this industry for ages, they've been online for ages, people know who you are. They know your voice, they know your branding. Heck, they probably even say your slogan. People are always messaging me, start somewhere, because that is the brand identity I have been intentionally cultivating for 6 years. That being said, I still ensure to post top of funnel content for all of the new eyeballs and audience members I get into my world daily. If this is something you want to learn more about, let me know. There is so much more I can speak on having a balanced content approach, and this really is my number 1 tip. So there you have it. Those are my 3 tips to help with your content creation. If you loved this video, let me know and I'll be sure to do many more. Thanks for coming to bed with me. Mwah.